parts. Here's our 3 bolts that are broken off, and I need to look. I'm pretty sure the parts catalog shows this as being circular instead of triangular, so something new just happened that's never happened to me. I was out brush hogging. It's late summer. Time to knock the weeds down in the pasture here, and I heard a pop. It's like, that's weird. It sounded kind of like a balloon popping, but as far as I knew, I didn't run over a balloon. Houston, we have a problem. So there's the outside of what I think is the hub. Lug nuts still attached, 3 bolts there that seem to be sheared off, and here's the tractor. Let's see if those same 3 bolts are in there. Yeah, maybe it's kind of dark. So come along with me on the journey as we figure this one out. Okay, so I'm not real keen on trying to fix this back here in the back corner of the pasture. So I've got the truck, and I've got my little hay toter trailer that I use to move one bale at a time, and I'm taking it apart in such a way I'm going to try to use it to move the trailer back up to the barn. So fingers crossed. Hopefully we get this moved before the sun goes down and before the rain comes. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we're going to come online to Mahindra's online parts catalog to figure out an idea of where to get started. One thing I'll say nice about Mahindra is, and I like my Mahindra, don't we? Getting to know it better than I wanted to because I've had to fix it many times, but that's no different than my old tractor either, I guess. But Mahindra has a really nice online parts catalog. I do appreciate it. One thing I don't really appreciate is that my closest dealer is 122 miles away. That's kind of a downside. But anyway, here at parts.mahindra.com, I've been able to, this has always gotten me started. We've got a 4035 PST. We are looking at the front axle. It is the right hand. So this diagram here, it's really small. So this is the bit that's still attached to the wheel. There's the outer housing, a bunch of bushings and different shims and different things. I'm guessing that number 27 here. No, so that's the maybe 27. Yeah, 27 is probably our bolt that broke off. So 27 come down here. There are 3 of them. That's right. Oh, look at that. They're 55 cents each. So $1.75 for the parts, broken parts, is what we're looking at. The next step is probably going to be to tear into it and see if there's anything else that needs replaced before I call the dealer. And, well, if that's all that's wrong with it, I can go to the hardware store and buy those parts probably. But I don't know. 55 cents is pretty cheap. So. Okay, we're going to start taking these flange bolts off. These are 18 millimeters. And There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. All those out. Now I'm going to try to break this. Actually, that's coming apart real easy. Work it back and forth, top and bottom, side to side. Don't want to bind anything up. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. All right, as we take a look inside the hub here, the bearings all look like they're in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of wear right in there, but that's probably from the parts rolling around inside. This gear, the teeth are in excellent condition, and the casing, looking at it, all seems to be in good shape too. So I don't see any problems in this area. Let's go take a look at the outer hub. All right, so in here we've got a couple different parts. Here's our 3 bolts that are broken off, and I need to look. I'm pretty sure the parts catalog shows this as being circular instead of triangular, so looks like it's gotten worn down. That's probably the wear that we saw on the inside of the hub. Set that to the side. Got this plate. It's kind of slippery. Looks to be reusable. I think that's in good shape. Make sure we get it in. We put it back together. Make sure it goes the same direction, because it's got a chamfer on this side, and smaller chamfer there on the right. Set that to the side here. There's a shim that fell down inside. It's going to have to be replaced. You can see the inside of this doesn't show signs of wear. That's good. I'm going to flip it. And here's the outside of that, where it faced the face of the wheel. It's dirty. This is going to need to be cleaned up considerably. But other than dirt, I don't see any damage. We'll dig into this a little bit more. We really want to inspect these teeth in here, the spline gears, make sure those are in good shape. Okay, so here's the back side of our spindle. You can see the teeth are pretty chewed up, so we're going to want to I don't think I want to bother cleaning this up. I think we want to replace it. It's important to know here as we pull this shim out why these broken bolts. All right, so there's one shim, and we should also know over here, this shim was still in the hub assembly. So there's one damaged shim that will need to be replaced. This is one shim off of the spindle, and if I can get this, I might have to grab, I don't know if I can get this off of here. It looks like there's just one more shim. There we go. All right, so 3 shims. These are our broken bolts that we are going to back out, and then this is on the back side. This is the heads of those 3 bolts that were broken off. This washer is supposed to be a circle, not a triangle. So you can see they're all snapped off, so we're just going to back these out. There's one. Back. As we're doing this, I've gone in and looked at some part numbers, and so apparently I cut myself on that one. Bleeding all over the place. Second bolt. When you go to replace these, it's important to know what appears to be, in my research so far, the same part number. There are spindles with holes for one of the bolts, and of course, if yours is a single bolt, then it's going to look different. This obviously has three, so a single bolt spindle is not going to work. But I'll have to figure out where to get one of those. I'm going to clean this up and see. I don't think this is going to be savable, but while I'm waiting for a phone call back from the parts guy, I'm going to see if how much I can clean this thing up. Here's a nice diagram that shows the original design and what was on our tractor, um, and how it all goes together. And these bolts right in here, as we know, uh, are what failed. So going and trying to find the new spindle, all these parts right in here were easily ordered from the dealer, and I've already placed an order to be drop shipped. Might need to call and cancel that here to find out here just a little bit. But all those were able to get pretty easily. This piece the dealer was unable to get, and but this part right here he said he couldn't order because it was back ordered. Okay, well that's strange. So that sent me on the goose chase of trying to hunt down this part from a third party source. And after some searching, I threw out on Facebook group for Mahindra tractor owners, my dilemma of trying to find this with the three holes and all the parts that I could find with the same part number, mind you, um, had one large threaded hole and then a smaller hole off to the side instead of this configuration. And through the comments and some help from folks online, we've come to this. This is actually a kit that is made and sold to strengthen this connection. And here we have the new design of the spindle with the one large hole, and then the second smaller holes for this roll pin here. But through this kit, you get the new spindle, you get a new redesigned bevel gear, and then all these components in here, and it replaces the swivel housing to accommodate the new bolt and plate lock. So with taxes and shipping, this kit comes out to a little over $1,000.